Good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world today. Hi, everybody. Hello, Facebook family. I'm Farah Ismail coming to you live. And if you remember, I'm on this 30-day journey of showing up. And when I think about showing up, I want to talk to you about today's topic that I wanted to bring because one of my friends actually asked a question about this during the first week of my life. First of all, I hope you're having a great start to the week. And if you're watching, say hi. I'm just getting used to Facebook Live. So if I don't acknowledge you, it's because I'm still trying to figure out when you're saying hi or sending me a comment. So today, I wanted to talk about being me, being you, being authentically you, being unapologetically you. And when I was thinking about that, I was thinking about what authenticity really means. And I remember this beautiful quote that I had read, which was by Oscar Wilde, that be yourself, everyone else is taken. And so that really has a huge impact on me when I think about that, because it shows me that I have a choice and shows me that I have a choice to show up every single day in every situation the way I wish to choose to be. And so that feeling, that freedom, the choice to choose really is exciting. Now, I was also doing some research on the word, and it comes from authenticity comes from a Latin word which means author. And it simply means to become the author of your life. Can you imagine how exciting that sounds? Because you can come from a deep space of knowing yourself, being aligned to how you think, how you act, and your beliefs, just being so congruent. And can you imagine what that would feel like? I mean, for me, those have been the moments when I have really done the work. So when we look at being authentic and being unapologetically ourselves, it definitely is about doing some inner work, getting to know yourself like you've never known yourself before. What really matters to you? What are your values? What is your thinking? What are your beliefs? And I kept shifting that over time. And I remember once when I was able to really tap into my authenticity, I was able to actually share that in a book. So I was really excited to be part of a book project when I wrote one chapter in that book, which is the book I read. It's the chapter 15, and the chapter 15 title is In Being Vulnerable, I Found My Strength. So if you want to have a copy of this, I'm happy to send it to you. And of course, you'll read these beautiful stories of other authors from across the world as well. These were stories of transformation. Hi, Harry. How lovely to see you here and to be meeting you in Mumbai very soon. So I was talking about authenticity and how there's a need to be self-aware to be able to actually choose to be you. And I feel that it's about being real, it's about being vulnerable. And for leaders today, that's the fear. What happens if I choose to show all parts of me? And that's the question my friend asked about, isn't there a risk to be vulnerable? Isn't there a risk to be unapologetically yourself? And I would say that the most interesting thing about who you choose to be is it's a choice. It's a choice you make every day, and it's a choice of how you want to show up and be real, be true to yourself. Because when you're doing that, you'll notice the power you have in having difficult conversations, building trust in your teams, and really being the leader you want to be. And I've heard that staying real is one of the most courageous battles that we can ever fight. Because we're always choosing to be liked, right? So we want to actually be liked, and that's what keeps us from being real. And one of the really interesting research that Dr. Brené Brown said about what comes in the way of us being ourselves and being authentic and being true is, it's not fear. It's not fear. It is actually the armor that we wear. We put on an armor of perfectionism. That's one of the top 3 I want to talk about. We want to be perfect. We want to be liked. And so when we put that on, we become very, very, we have the strong armor around us. And what happens is we just don't recognize ourselves. And I would say that one of the ways in which you can actually look at choosing to be you is to do some deep work of looking at how can you actually remove those armors. One of the really interesting ways in which I'm making these choices between being liked and being real, which is not easy, of course, is staying very curious when I'm having these feelings, when I'm feeling misaligned, taking a moment to actually think about what's really coming in my way. And I think that's where what shifts is that you can lean into your vulnerability then, and staying curious is very important. And it's very easy to think about, about authenticity. It's so easy to say that person is authentic and she's not authentic. So we start making labels like that. And what happens is when we do that, we end up thinking that it's a quality we have or don't have. But I want to say it's not a quality, it's a decision, it's a choice. And that's the choice that we make of being ourselves, irrespective of our fears, our imperfectionism, our quirks, and we accept ourselves the way we are. And I would say today that your journey is determined by the choices you make. Your answers are determined by the questions you ask. Your destination is determined by the steps you take, the commitment, the action, and your future is determined by what you do today. So I want to pause here and ask you, what are you willing to do today? And before I close this live, I want to share something I was willing to do today. I shared with you a book. I wrote 1 chapter. And today I want to share a book in which I'm the author. And it's the book which is called The Ultimate Coach. It's the book of being. It's who I'm being. And so I chose to sign this book as the author of this book. And I did that with permission from Steve Hardison. Steve Hardison says that this book, the book of being, is all about you. And when you read it about yourself, you will go into spaces like you've never been before. So today, this is the action I took. I signed in this. So I'm the author of my life. And I can choose who I want to be. So just want to invite you to pause here and think about, what are you choosing for yourself today? And how do you choose to show up authentically and to be yourself? And I want to say before I end, it reminds me of a diamond. It's like we are, many times we're not able to see all facets of ourselves. So today I'd like you to see that brilliance. When you actually tap into who you are, you can shine as that diamond. When you embrace all the powerful gifts that you have and who you are choosing to be every day. So I want to wish you a beautiful week, a start, choosing to be you, choosing to be authentic, to be vulnerable, and to be the author of your life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. I'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts about who you're choosing to be today. And of course, if you are excited to be the author of your life and reimagine your life in 2023, I have a masterclass that I'm doing on this on the 10th of February, and I'll share the details. So I'd love to have you in the room. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful evening. Bye, everyone. Thank you.